What a pleasure it is to welcome you to the annual Australian Institute of Management Great Debate for 2012. Would you please give yourselves a huge round of applause?
One study I read recently said that female CEOs in Australia had to overcome over 40 hurdles to become CEO. These include differential treatment by parents and educators, not having the opportunity to go to a boys' school, not having the opportunity to be captain of the rugby team, not having the opportunity to be leader of the cadets, not having someone to be the primary caregiver of your children, and most importantly, not having a stay-at-home wife. As Ginger Rogers said so eloquently, we have to do everything that men do, but backwards and in high heels.
As we're the negative team, as I said, to acknowledge up front that we are equal opportunity cynics. We're going to be slagging off everybody equally. We will be arguing, indeed, we will prove, that not only are women not natural-born leaders, but, oh, for God's sake, isn't this the bleeding obvious? Men aren't either. No one is a natural-born leader, and in fact I take issue slightly with the whole premise of this debate. It's a bit arrogant of men to set themselves up as the benchmark for bloody leadership, don't you think?
Everything about men is short-term. That's the way we think. They think in the short term, but you're taught to think, you are made to think, you're born to think in the long term. And that's what leadership is all about. Perhaps our most high-profile and sort of local version of a female leader, Julia Gillard. While all of the blokes, and the women as well, are running around screaming like small children, she is the woman that is holding the house together and getting the job done. She doesn't particularly give a shit that we don't like her clothes, her hair, her makeup, her voice, anything about her. Her ass is too big, all the rest of it. I frankly don't think she gives a shit, because she's just getting on with the job, because she's a born leader.
So if people were born leaders, presumably the birthing experience would be quite different. It wouldn't be, you know, push, push, you're doing well, push, push, push. Congratulations, it's a boy. It would be more like, push, push, it's a CEO. Or push, push, congratulations, you've got an IT guy. Or push, push, you've bought Gina Reinhardt, put it back, put it back, put it back. The way we interact with our kids would be different if they were born as leaders. It wouldn't be, kids, shut up back there, and then the kids in the back going, bugger off, Dad. It would be the kids in the back going, whoa, 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 hang on. Shut up back there. I don't want you to prescribe an outcome to me. Don't manage me by task, Dad. What I really need you to do is describe what you want the car experience to be like. Unless they were just born bad managers. What do you think of dinner? It's shit, do it again. And you know the final thing, which self-evidently and quite clearly demonstrates that people aren't born leaders, is because leaders kind of suck. And if they were born, most of our leaders aren't actually very good. And I'm not just making that stuff up. According to a recent Gallup poll, 67% of leaders rate themselves as excellent or very good. Tick. 61% of staff rate their leaders as terrible or very bad.
Boudica, or Boudicea, as she's also known, Boudicea. I prefer to call her Boudica, though, because it rhymes with bootylicious. Bootylicious was a warrior queen back in the England of 60 AD. Boudica lived in a world where, when the husband dies and there's no male heirs, the wife and daughters slink off into destitution and eat mud for the rest of their lives. This is what was supposed to happen to Booty when her husband died. He left his entire kingdom to the Romans. Boudica didn't really feel that this was appropriate, so she declared herself queen of her clan, led her people in a war against the Roman Empire, and burned down London. Oh, let's sing the ladies, let's sing the ladies. Mary's father was King Henry VIII, or as I like to call him, the world's first incarnation of Kyle Sandilands. Henry never trained Mary for leadership. She spent her life in exile, being groomed to shut her mouth, be a good girl, and forget her claim to the throne. Mary was born to lead, even though she was a childless redhead. Can't imagine that happening again today. Can you? Margaret Thatcher, Benazir Bhutto, Marie Curie, Virginia Woolf, Aung San Suu Kyi, Jessica Watson, for God's sake. The kid had the entire country, including the government, saying, "Get out of the boat, you silly little girl." And she said, "Stuff you, I'm sailing around the world."
Bill Clinton, Napoleon, Dominique Strauss-Kahn. What drives these men and how does it work? You see it in the animal kingdom. It's called the winner effect. In the money market, that's what traders do on the floor of the stock market. It's true. Nick Leeson, Barings Bank, anybody? Ended up in 6 years in Changi prison because he was on what was called the winner effect. The Lehman Brothers, who sparked the GFC, same thing, the winner effect. Latest research is that women do not have this winner effect. It's not evident in females at all. But what does supercharged estrogen do in women? Makes them want to root Bill Clinton, apparently. Which is very interesting, isn't it? So, the only people who should be allowed into Parliament are menopausal women and very old men. Julie McCrossan, menopausal, we hail you.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to support this team as the winners, start clapping now. And if you'd like to support this team as the winners, start clapping now. Ladies and gentlemen, very close, but I declare the affirmative team as the winners. Bring him a round of applause.